Hi guys, welcome back to Shabet's online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to find the degree of Maclaurine polynomials. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabet's online tutorial. The question on the board reads, let f of x is equal to sine x and c is equal to 0. Determine the third degree of Maclaurine polynomials. So let's get started. Solution. The first thing we're going to do is to write the general formula. We're going to recall the formula used to calculate the degree of Taylor's polynomial. And the formula is given as p subscript n of x, which is equal to summation as n ranges from 0 to infinity, f at n derivative of c, then multiply by what? X minus c to the power of n all over n factorial. So this is the general formula for calculating degree of Taylor's polynomial. So from this formula, we're going to get Maclaurin polynomials. So remember, c is equal to 0 from the question. So we're going to substitute c is equal to 0 into this formula. We're going to have what? P of n of x, which is equal to summation of as n ranges from 0 to infinity, f at n derivative of 0, in place of c is going to be 0, then multiply by what? X minus 0 is the same as x raised to the power of n all over n factorial. And from this question, the question says we should determine the third degree of Maclaurin polynomial. So the new formula is going to be what? P subscript 3 of x, which is equal to summation as n ranges from 0 to 3, f at n derivative of 0 multiplied by x raised to the power of n all over n factorial. So this is the new formula. The next thing we are going to do is to differentiate this function 3 times. Remember, we are asked to look for third degree of Maclaurin polynomial. We are going to find the third derivative of this function. And the function is given as f of x, which is equal to what? Sine x. And remember, n is ranged from what? 0, 1, 2, and 3. N is ranged from 0 to 3. So at n is equal to 0, we are not going to differentiate this function. We are going to have what? F of 0, which is equal to, anywhere we see x, we substitute 0, sine 0. And sine 0 is the same as what? Is the same as 0. Now, the next thing is to differentiate this function. We have f at first derivative of x, which is equal to, if you differentiate sine x, is going to give us what? Cos x. And f of 0 is the same as what? Cos 0, which is equal to 1. So the next one is the second derivative, which is f prime prime of x, which is equal to, if you differentiate cos x, we are going to have minus sine x. This is f prime of 0, f prime prime of 0, which is equal to minus sine x, and in place of x is going to be 0, which is the same as what? Is the same as 0. So the next one is at third derivative f prime prime of x, which is equal to, if you differentiate minus sine x, we're going to have minus cos x, and f prime prime of 0 is going to be what? Minus cos 0, which is the same as minus 1. So this is the first to third derivative of this function. So the next thing we're going to do is to substitute into this formula. P subscript third of x, which is equal to f at n derivative. At n is equal to 0. We're going to have what? We have 0, then multiply by x to the power of 0 all over 0 factorial. Then plus, at n is equal to 2. At n is equal to 1, that's at first derivative. So we are going to have what? At first derivative, we have positive 1. So we are going to substitute 1 here. 1 multiplied by x raised to the power of 1 all over 1 factorial. Then plus, at n is equal to 2, we have minus sine x, which is the same as f prime prime of 0, which is 0. So in place of f to the second power is the same as 0, then multiply by x raised to the power of 2 all over what? 2 factorial. Then the last one is minus 1. At n is equal to 3, that is n at third derivative, we are going to have what? F prime prime of 0 is minus 1. So I'm going to replace minus 1 in place of f to the third power. Then multiply by x, then raise to the power of 3 all over 3 factorial. So the next thing is to simplify and get the Maclaurine polynomials. P subscript 3 of x, which is equal to any number multiplied by 0 is 0. Therefore, the whole time here is going to be 0, and also 0 multiplied by x squared, everything here is going to be 0. We are left with what? 1 multiplied by x is the same as x. Then x divided by 1 factorial. 1 factorial is the same as 1. X divided by 1 is going to give us x. Then minus 1 multiplied by x cubed is the same as what? X cubed. Then over 3 factorial is the same as 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, which is going to give us 6. Therefore, the third degree of Maclaurin polynomial of this function f of x is equal to sine x is equal to what? X minus x cubed over 6. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes Online Tutorial. Thanks.